Civilization 7's newest leader is an interesting blend of city building and absolutely raw military power. In this video, we are playing on the Shattered Seas map, and we're looking to take down the enemy in not the Age of Antiquity, but rather the Age of Exploration. We're going to be doing it by taking advantage of her specific special bonus, which allows her, whenever she completes an espionage action, to get the strongest naval unit available. The plan is simple. We're going to settle here on our island, and we're going to build up our military, and then in the Age of Exploration, we are going to absolutely annihilate the enemy. Let's get to it. It's going to be a peaceful little opening. If you'd like to play along, of course, I'll leave a save over on the Discord where you can come and play along with us, because it's going to be a good one today. We've got a beautiful little start. We're playing as Axum as well, which is one of my favorite civilizations at the moment. It just feels very, very good. We've got the unique Dow to take advantage of, and our standard mementos here, Corona Civica, as well as Suk Utaria. So let's get into it, because this one's going to be a good one. So, I've kind of changed my philosophy a little bit with regard to water starts. I think you basically want to play it the same way that you play a water start in Civ 6. Essentially, instead of investing into scouts early, you just go straight into a fishing key. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do that. We're going to put this to the test. We're going to start off as well with our scout. We'll move up towards the north here. Actually, we could move down towards the south. Not terrible. We're going to open up with sailing. And we're going to turn down our volume just a little bit. So it'll be a little bit slow here to get the opening fishing key out. But my thinking is that we want to try and get that up as soon as possible. And then we'll also look to move into the harbor as well in about 10 turns. So we could always look to get that second scout out right now, but I think we can just put it in queue afterwards. The sooner we get that fishing key out, the better. It looks like we're on a little bit of a shallow island here. I don't know if shallow is the right term, but it's only 3 tiles wide, which isn't the best. We could move up around here. It looks like we've got land all the way up. We'll have a bit of a look up and see what we've got, because we might come down on the other side here as well. Realistically, we're also going to be looking, one of my theories here as well is that when you're going for a water start like this, we can come up and grab this right now. I don't think that's a terrible option here. So we can always save this for our next scout. So we can definitely look to do that. But I want to be looking to try and find a city-state that provides us access, one of the green ones. Now, we do have a new city-state, or one of the new city-state mods that have come out. I can't show you it just yet, but I'll leave a link in the description to where you can actually get it, because it's one of the new ones. It's just dropped, and I love it. I think it's so good, and I'm confident that it'll probably just become standard to play Civilization with this. So now you can see we've got the fishing key up. We've got 4 turns until our settler is ready. We've also got 3 turns until sailing, so this should line up absolutely perfectly. And what have we got access for? We've got +1 population or 30 culture. That is painful, especially because if we just waited 1 more turn to step on this, then we're going to have +1 population. So instead, we're just going to have to take the culture. You can't win them all, and we've also met a hostile city-state. So we'll slot in the extra culture. We might look to utilize this. We've got a couple more that are up here. I think we might come across and check this, but it looks like our island is definitely up towards that top side. So we obviously want to settle our island. If you haven't played Shattered Seas before, it's a whole bunch of different little islands that are just dotted across the map, and everybody's got their own map. We're going to go for despotism here, just for the extra science. We're going to have so much culture playing Axum, so it just naturally makes sense for us to take advantage of that extra science. So that's the game plan here. Double sheep in here, so we can start thinking, actually, I'm just, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing right here? I'm potentially seeing the makings of an amazing city. It might not be amazing for how big it becomes, but it's definitely going to be quite a nice canal city. Let's just put it that way, all right? Now let's move down towards this position down here. And from here, I think we want to move into masonry. So keep in mind, when it comes to our bonuses as Saida al-Hurra, we get bonuses every time we complete an espionage action. So you might think that it would make sense to go into your espionage actions as soon as you can, but the reality is you're not going to have the influence to actually keep them going. So you definitely need to start out with the monument. We're also going to go into the harbor here. Now, one of the things I will do, I will look to finish this early as well, so with the gold that we've got. So we've got a little bit of gold in the bank here, so we can try and finish this early. We've got a growth option that's come through. I think we probably want to, I mean, we could move down towards this. This isn't terrible. The dyes are quite nice. We've also got the reef tile at the top here, so we could come up towards this position, but I think we just go down like this. The dyes are nice. It's the extra gold as well that you've got, so we get that sooner. It's going to give us a nice little boost of gold in the early stages of the game. So we found some more resource tiles. We've got ourselves a natural wonder, Zhang Jia Ji. Now keep in mind that when you are playing on this map specifically, you will normally get natural wonders on your island, and that is just simply because well, you know, if there's 8 islands in this game, then it's going to spawn some of them in with natural wonders. So we've got one. It's not within our capital, unfortunately, and it's always nice to have it within the capital, because the main reason why you like this natural wonder is just because of the culture it gives on rough terrain. You don't have to work it. Now, obviously, it's very nice tiles to work as well, but the reality is you don't have to work it if you've just got one of the tiles within your border. So what is our option? We've got one population of the nearest settlement, or we could take the influence. Now, there's a part of me that thinks, all right, the one population just makes so much sense here. Do we really want to do it? There's also a part of me that thinks the influence is better, because at the moment we're sitting at 130. That'll push us to 150, and just picking up the extra influence could make all the difference. But I don't think you can go past the extra pop, especially because we just literally finished the population right there. We've also got 8 turtles down towards the south, so we're not going to be able to grab that. It's a little bit too far out from our city. So it's yeah, you can see it's 2 tiles too far. So we'll look to scoot around here. I don't know whether or not we can go around the top side. Let's have a look and see. Yes, we will be able to go around the top side. And we've also got the option for more culture or happiness. Happiness isn't terrible here, but we've got 10 happiness a turn coming through, so it's already pretty decent. So I think we'll take the culture. It's a little bit of extra damage, but we can be a little... We can be careful. We can be careful. Let's see whether or not we can finish off this purchase right here. You can see it's 116 gold for our harbor to be completed. And so essentially my thinking is with like the water strategy is basically you want to buy a fishing key in all of your cities, and then you also want to loop that in with the green city state, and you want to try and get the +4 food on your food buildings bonus, which is obviously a really nice bonus. Let's see if we can come down here and grab these. And by doing that, what that's going to allow you to do, beautiful little spot right here. We're going to put a pin right there. That's 100% a settle. That is absolutely amazing. Look at all those reefs. That is incredible. And it's right here on the edge. We will still get this in our within the influence of this town, but it's going to take some time for us to actually do that. So let's head on down. Now, one other thing to note is when it comes to our unique civics, we've actually got quite a few good ones in here. So we're going to start off by going up to the Book of Himyatis, just for that extra culture on resources adjacent to the coast. And of course, we're going to go into our Pantheon. Hopefully it's still here. God of the Sea. It's one of the first ones to go when you play on these maps. So we'll look to get that in. We could actually go into it right now if we wanted to. So let's complete the harbor. Apparently it's only going to cost us 8 gold. Okay. Fair enough, 8 gold to complete the harbor. So that gives us an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 production from that. And then by going into the altar, that's also going to give us an extra 3 production. It's not really that worth it at the moment for us to do it. Maybe in 4 turns when that extra production comes up. So let's go ahead, we'll grab our settlers. We can just start off with initial 3 settlers. I don't have a problem with that. And then moving into the granary. But I don't really see a whole lot of other settlements that are up here. We definitely know a canal city here is going to be amazing, just because it's going to allow us to go in between here. So either of these tiles are fine. We could look to take this spot right here, and then that would allow us to extend down towards... We couldn't actually grab either of these. So let's go for something like this, and it's purely just going to serve as a canal city. So I think that's definitely the right call. We could also look to have something along the shoreline here. So if we go over to the settler lens, we could go for this one right here, and that would allow us to take the sheep, would allow us to take the game. It would also allow us to grab these 2 resources and gives us water access. So I think that's probably a good call as well. Keep in mind, we don't have to go for fresh water, but I just prefer fresh water. It makes sense. It feels so good when you've got fresh water. We've got gold, or we've got production and science. Production and science is quite nice, but the extra gold at the moment, we don't have a huge amount of gold. So I think we are going to definitely take the gold here. So it looks like we've got a way across down here. We've come across Seleucia, so let's go ahead and say hello, but it's already being taken by someone. Now, this is a green city-state, and arguably the best city-states that there are in the game. So I'm very much of the opinion that despite the fact that we've already got somebody that's taking it, we're going to go and... Look, we'll see if we can find another green one that's not being befriended by somebody, but that's actually incredible. You know what's funny? Even if we'd met them last turn to spend the 170, we still wouldn't be able to beat this guy. He's literally saved up all of his resources to do that right there. So, yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but I guess that's just how the cookies crumble. Okay, so... Now, the question is, where do we go from here? So I think with regard to settlements, we're going to take this. We could also look to settle on this island, but, you know, there's a really good chance Napoleon's on this island. So do you really want to mess with him? You know, if he gets upset by you doing that, it could be trouble. Culture or production? I think we probably want to take the production here. Culture's okay, but we've already got our Pantheon, so we don't really need it. So I'm going to go for the production here. I don't think there's any more. No, we've got 1 more goodie hut that's up here, 2 more goodie huts that are up here. So let's see whether or not we can get around up towards that top. We do need to be careful, though, just of our health. So maybe let's heal up a little bit. Let's move on to this tile and we'll heal up. We could also just stay in position right here and wait for that settler to come through, because I think this is probably a decent little spot to settle. We could also settle out here. So maybe something like this. There's no fresh water, at least from what I can see. Yeah, no fresh water at all, but 4 resources on the coast. It's one of those mandatory things that you have to do with Axum. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Ideally, you just want to be settling coastal and just taking resources, because they give you that extra gold. And if you can get them on, like the resources on the coast, you'll also get extra culture that comes through shortly. And you can see we're already off to a really good start here with our positioning. We've got camels down here. Very nice. Now, of course, we could always trade to a city. We don't have to settle a city down here. So be aware of that. So we'll heal for the moment. We'll go, maybe we do 2 more settling locations up here. So we'll go 1 here, 1 here, and then we'll do our final one over here, down towards the south of our island. And okay, so now we've met Napoleon. So we're not going to give him a friendly greeting. The plan is that we don't go to war just yet. We don't want to go to war with anybody just yet. We want to wait till exploration before we do that. Looks like he's actually going to be settling right there as well, so it could be blocking us in. Yeah, that'll block us in. There's potentially a way down around here, but there's also a mountain on this side, so that could just be a mountain that's blocked in. So now we've got a choice. Do we go up? Do we go down? How do we play this? I think what we're going to do here, let's go in for Seleucia right here, and we're going to add support, and we should be able to beat him by 1 turn. I'm glad that we didn't forget right there. Okay, so we've got another island that we can potentially look to, or we can come down. So let's now begin moving you up towards this position. Scout is healing up. So we're going to settle here. And now this is where our strategy comes in. So basically my thinking is we want to go put the fishing key straight away. So immediately as soon as we've done this, I was going to purchase on this tile, but that's actually the wrong decision. The correct decision is to go on this tile here, because we want to be building back. This is going to become a city. So actually we want to go on both of these tiles right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put the fishing key on this tile here. And that's going to guarantee that we'll be able to connect this city into these buildings that are on the back. And we probably want to start expanding towards Seleucia just because it's going to be befriended soon. I hope that our timer is not too bad here. I think we should be okay. We only have to invest the extra 100, or at least that's the way it looks. Gypsum over here. Okay, Great Barrier Reef. Not a bad little spot here for a Great Barrier Reef. I don't think there's a way across here. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're going straight for it. So we're going to come down towards this spot. How many more should we make? Because that's going to be a delayed settle, but we're going for the Great Barrier Reef. We are absolutely. Great Barrier Reef is so powerful. Essentially, what you want to do with the Great Barrier Reef is just get a settlement, settle the Great Barrier Reef, take all 4 of these tiles, and then never think about that settlement again. That's how powerful it is. Just it gets so much of a bonus in the early stages. So that's going to be massive. Let's see whether we can find a good settlement in there. I think we also, if we look for that now, it's only 4 production. So let's maybe go into a second settler. Where are we going after this? We could come up to riding and go into the mastery, or we could just go into irrigation and get that extra settlement limit. Or we could just settle a 5th settlement. I think that'll be fine. We'll be absolutely okay with that. Let's go ahead. We'll grab the extra science, which is lovely early on. And this scout, I guess this scout could just go back to doing scout things. I mean, we're going to come up here shortly. It should be said. Okay, we've got a hostile city-state that's over here. Let's see whether or not we can spot them. Okay, let's go ahead. Do we have policies? We don't have any new policies to put in. I'm going to move and do a little bit of a scout and see what we've got. Actually, we can scout this way. Okay, so they're in on this direction. Look at that beautiful spot right there that we can settle. That will guarantee all 4 of the Great Barrier Reef tiles as well. So that would be lovely. Let's continue taking the reef. We want to try and take us. Oh, did we forget? Okay. Oh, did we get this? I think we get this. I think we get it. We're up by 1 turn. As long as it's not the same turn, we still get it. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to come back and double check and make sure that he doesn't spend influence on it. I'm glad that I remembered to do that, though, because that could have been awkward. Okay, so we want to meet this city-state in here. Actually, okay. Let me show you the new mod. Check this out, okay? Who's the new city-state? I don't know who it is. Who could it be? I'm trying to hover over them. Give me a second here. Is it? Okay. Kutai Matapura. I got no idea who they are. I just know that they're hostile. Well, guess what? With this new mod, it allows you to see it is a green city-state as well. So we have now potentially the potential for 2 because we have a lead on Seleucia, and now we can also grab that. And now we know how important it is to go and meet them. So instead of losing our scout here, let's go around, down. We're going to try and meet them because we know that they're somewhere in this region over here. So let's go ahead and do that now. That is the new mod, and I will tell you right now, that mod is incredible just because it allows you allows you to see things that you should be able to see. I don't know why would they not let you see that? Interesting conundrum. Do we go for the Jade? No, we don't go for the Jade. Of course we don't go for the Jade. We go for the Reefs. The Reefs are still in play, and you got to play into the Reefs. We could go riding, or we could go irrigation. I think we just go riding. I think riding is going to make the most sense here. We do want to try and get into into the why am I stalling on this? Excuse me. We are going to sell the land. We want to go into the mastery so that we can get this steel technology advancement. It's just my brain sometimes doesn't work. I went and saw a specialist. He's like, trust me, bro. You're fine. It's nothing bad. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Definitely want to take those sheep. It was a bit of a delay taking those sheep. I mean, obviously you want to try and take these, but the sheep are an incredible tile. A little bit of a mistake. Don't worry. We fixed it up. All right, let's keep moving up to the north. Turtles here as well. Anytime you see turtles, get excited. Turtles are just by far one of the best resources in the game, at least early on. They're super duper good. So there we go. So indeed, oh, it doesn't look like they're on the coast. So I think we want to try and befriend them. Let's see whether or not we can do that. Now, we've also met Shengle. So if we take a look here, so you can see Shengle. So they're a military city, hostile city-state. So I'm going to assume that they're somewhere in this area. In fact, we can probably even just check the lens right here. You can see that one is red. So I'm going to go with, like, there's a city somewhere in here. So we know that roughly. There we go. So we've got Shengle that we've met. Let's keep coming up and around this position. Now, keep in mind, every single leader's got their own special... Another settler has got their own special island. So everybody basically gets their own island that they spawn on, but that doesn't mean you can't go and settle on other people's islands. Speaking of which, we should probably look to purchase a Slinger in here. So just be aware of that, because there is an imminent threat of attacks that will happen. Okay, pottery researched. So we're up now. We should be safe for the moment. We can... I think this is okay. I mean, Shangle's just chilling out. There's not even a single unit that's in there. So they're having a good time. Are we still ahead on this? Seleucia? Yeah. Wait. Did he? How? Hold on. That doesn't make sense. How did he go down to 23? Did he accidentally declare war on it and then undeclared war or something? How does that even happen? What? I'm a little bit confused about what Napoleon did right there. I guess we don't have to worry too much. Let's request open borders. Lovely. Now we can go through. I'm a little bit confused about what Napoleon actually did here to cause that to happen. Sure, Napoleon, you can have open borders. We'll allow it. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll settle this location. So that'll put us to 3 out of 4. Okay, and once again, we want to look to purchase a fishing key. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're primarily just going to be investing, at least initially, in our water tiles. We want to try and boost that up as much. Not a whole lot in the way of good stuff in here, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. We probably want to make our way over towards the wild game, actually, now that I think about it. We could also look to purchase... we'll go towards all buildings. We could potentially look to think about going into a granary. Primarily because probably want to take... I think the happiness is decent here. That's going to bring us down by like 4 turns. So let's go ahead. We'll grab that. If we go into a granary here, that kind of extends us out a little bit as well. And the sooner we get to that wild game, that's like +4 food as well. Actually, we want to throw that wild game into this city here. The sooner that it grows, the sooner that it will have access. Let's also make sure... I mean, I was going to say, let's make sure that we start befriending them. I don't think it really matters. They're going to be mad at us for settling it or not. Beautiful little spot over here as well. Have a look at all of these resources. So let's see whether or not we can actually grab it. It's starting to look very juicy. Now, we could go into the resources here, but once again, I'm just going to say, we've got the fishing key. We want to focus as much as we can on those resources that are in the water. So in this case, it's not resources, but it's the type of tile that it is. Okay, so we've got now our 5th settler out. So once again, we're avoiding... I don't think we want to settle this just yet. I don't really see a whole lot of reason here. This will eventually be a nice town, but for the moment, doesn't really make much sense. So we'll have... That'll be a total of 5. The other thing to note is we could also, like with befriending Seleucia, we could look to try and grab the +4 food early, and we could also look to grab the extra settlement limit, which could be quite nice. You can get one from military, and you can also... Oh, we should befriend a military city-state as well. Ooh. Okay, all right. So we're going to start off with an altar. So we'll put that altar down, and then after the altar, we'll go into the monument, and then we'll put down all of our buildings. All of our warehouse buildings so that we can take advantage of our turtles, because we've got quite a few turtles. Okay, so where are we going to settle over here? I want to get a look down towards these tiles here, because there's definitely an argument that we might go here. We've already got happiness that is on these the Great Barrier Reef tiles already. Oh, we've taken some damage. Okay, let's... Oh, that's double Slinger as well. It's a bit of a trap. If you go in for it, you will lose your... You will lose your unit 100%. So maybe let's just bring that unit back. We can heal it up. We can even keep them around, but you can see there's quite a number of units beginning to build here. We've got the ability to purchase a Slinger. How long is it going to take? It's going to take us 2 turns. So I think let's just purchase a Slinger in the capital. Actually, you know what? Let's just make a Slinger instead. It's probably a little bit smarter to do that. Even though, I mean, you're kind of denying yourself because there's production that's involved. A granary is going to buff what? A granary is going to buff farms, pastures, and plantations. So we're going to have 1 farm. Or the past... Is that a camp? I think that might be a camp. Yeah, it's a camp. So it won't buff this tile. Actually, does it buff camps? No. It's only going to buff this one. But it will give us the extra 4 food. So it will become a big town. I mean, we're making pretty decent progress when it comes to our actual gold generation here. We're at 32 gold a turn, which is quite nice. Let's see whether or not we can get around here. We've met a new city-state. Who have we got here? Let's take a look. Babylon. So now I can go over here. I know Babylon is a scientific city-state. There we go. And we can also see that they're being befriended by Ada Lovelace. So we're not going to get a chance to do that. But yeah, that's one of those things that it's just really nice to be able to see. You know what? We're gonna change this around. Also, because by allowing it... So, oh, excuse me. I think I just popped you guys right there. We don't want them to step on this tile. If they step on this tile, it could be a big problem. And, oh, we can't get a unit into position in time. Oh, that could be really awkward. We're just going to have to hit them down. All right, well, at least we've got the Slinger right now. Because, yeah, it's 1 turn to go. There's a migrant in for us as well. So we're just going to wait out on the migrant. Bring you back so that you can heal us up. Why did we take damage? That is a little bit scary. There's a Slinger somewhere in here. If it's on this tile, we just lose the game. Right here, right now. There's a part of me that wants to actually, like, drive past. Because if we go here... Because if the Slinger's there, it can shoot... Okay, let's think about this. Can a Slinger fire over a mangrove? Oh, this is the kind of thing where I'm actually tempted to, like, save scum on something like this. Oh, he moved. Okay, all right. Settle. Boom. Purchase. Slinger immediately. Oh, feels good, bro. Feels so good. I can't believe that. And we get a Great Barrier Reef straight away. Some good tiles in here as well. 1, 2, 3. Now, just keep in mind with the Great Barrier Reef, you don't use a fishing boat for this. This is an expedition base. So it means that when you get things like the fishing key or the harbor, it's not going to buff this tile up. It also means that, you know, getting the altar, it doesn't really buff it up. So while this is technically like a beautiful coastal spawn, it's actually not that good because these 4 tiles are essentially useless. They don't do anything other than, like, provide just the 2 science as well. Keep that in mind. Now, do we have any food that we can transfer over to this town? It doesn't look like it, not yet, but we will soon. We're going to go ahead and just take the influence for the moment. So we'll work this down slowly. Okay, it looks like they didn't stand on this tile, thank the Lord, because that's an altar, and you wouldn't want to tread on the Lord's house. But definitely the right decision to purchase the Slinger in here. We can see that now. And we're not going to be playing too much with fire here. So let's keep on going. This is actually not a bad little spot. Like, we could even look to purchase settlers from in here because there are more potential spawns that are in. It doesn't... We always want to be looking for those excuse me, canal cities. If we can find any potential canals, we want to try and do that because that has a massive potential to reduce... Oh my god. That's so scary. That is so scary. Do I move on to this tile and buy a secondary? It's kind of tempting. How long until we're friends? We're not even friends yet, dude. And they've, like, already found us and they're starting to work us down. That's the part that I really don't like. So we could move this Slinger right here, right now. Do we move it on the next one? No, I think we have to 100% invest right here. We could go into a warrior as well. It's probably better to go into the Slinger, though. So we'll do the Slinger. And now we'll be able to expand out with this city. So let's go ahead and we'll do one right there. We've also got our... Excuse me. We've got our migrant that's in here. So we could take one of these tiles, or we could look to come out to this sheep. Now, how could we get out to the sheep reasonably? I don't think... We actually could have done it with the last... If we'd saved this one right here. So a little bit of a mistake on my part. We could purchase a building. Probably not the right call. I think for the moment, let's just leave this for now. We'll come out to the sheep shortly. Let's just go with that. And in the meantime, it definitely feels a little bit of a waste We'll go into this tile here. Definitely feels like a little bit of waste. I wish I'd kind of gone back and... Not gone back, but I wish I'd done the math a little bit beforehand and gone, okay, well, this is what we want to do. We want to try and get out to that sheep. Okay, so I don't know where that low health one went. He's gone out, but we're able to hold for the moment. Napoleon's going to give us some free gold. Thank you, Napoleon. We'll take that. Also take this right here. In next turn, we will have a huge boost to our culture. That's a lot of units, bro. Why are you so mad? Why you have to be mad? We're going to be friends with you. Don't worry. But, geez, Louise. That is a scary amount of units. Let's also grab this one. Lose the unit. Happiness towards the celebration. See, there's a part of me that really likes this, but we've only got 2 scouts out, so it's not really a lot. But we could just use the gold that we're getting here to purchase a new scout. I think that's probably the right call, especially because we're right here. I'm going to say that's a smart move. I think we just did the right thing. It's rare, but we sometimes do the right thing. Okay, let's get rid of tool making, I think, and definitely may this please the people. It's going to be going in here, so it's going to boost up culture massively. And let's look to focus these 2 bad boys down. Where's our scout? Let's move our scout out. We can take gold, science, or culture. I think we probably... Oh, it's hard, isn't it? I think we want to take the gold here. And cultural or the economic point. I think we want to take the... Oh, I think we'll take the economic point. We've got to do it. We can rework the coin, or we get science. This is 5x what we're making right now. This is 4x what we're making right now. Which, do we really value one of these over the other at this stage? Not really. I mean, we kind of value our influence. We want to start stealing, but the sooner we start stealing, it's going to hurt us on influence. And we still want to befriend. Like, we're befriending this city-state. We also want to befriend one of these city-states as well. So we don't really want to be spending our influence just yet, which I'm almost tempted to say, let's not do the science just yet. Let's go for the gold instead. And speaking of science, have a look at this. Well, we've got the option for extra influence in the form of 75 influence, so we're obviously going to take that. And once again, we've got an option to choose. We're just going to make it simple. Lovely. You'll love to see that. So we want to move it to the town that's got the Great Barrier Reef. So that's the 2 science that's right here. So that's going to be building up even faster. And we can look to move into this one right here, the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea 2, because it's going to give us gold on districts adjacent to coast. So at the moment, that would be representative of 7 gold, which is a decent amount of gold this early on. We've also got, oh, I love this, the Merchant. Let me show you what I love about the Merchant. The Merchant has the ability to just go into any lands and be undeterred by the threat that's there. So we can say, okay, let's check and see whether there's somebody over here. It can just go through the lands. You don't need open borders or anything like that. We're not actually going to set up a trade route with him. We'll use our DAOs for that. But there we go now, completing our monument. We have got writing research, so we can go into the library. So to do that, we want to jump on this tile here. I don't think we've got a better one than that. Yeah, that is going to be our best tile. So let's go ahead. We'll also look to put down a granary just to start things off. And then we'll do the library after it. Okay, so we're going to take +1 influence on the monument because we're going to become a suzerain of a city-state right now. And that's going to allow... So we've got the option. Do we go for Karum or do we go for Quinats? Now, I know Karum, the AI will take this very, very quickly. So there's a part of me that thinks this is definitely the best choice. But I also like the extra food. The sooner the food starts rolling in, the better. So we're going to go straight into Quinats, even though it's probably the wrong choice. that is my thinking. Even though we know it's probably the wrong choice, we'll stick with it. Okay, do we dare switch these 2? Just because we don't want any more damage to come through here. Actually, I'm just thinking out loud right now. Is there a world where you come... No, because of zone of... What's it called? Zone of control? We do this. You fire here. And then we can always move back if need arises. And there's the 1 influence on the monument. Lovely. Okay, so we've now healed up. Let's do a little bit of scouting out here as well. We're holding for the moment with the Slinger. Could probably even start pushing out with the Slinger. Okay, so we definitely would have lost that Slinger right there. Oh, gosh. Starting to look a bit more scary. This is on 56. Let's once again swap you guys, because this one's got slightly higher health. And so it has a much higher... Well, not much higher, but a higher chance of surviving. Now we've got our option for our library coming in. Turn 48 library. We've built up quite a bit of gold here. Now, keep in mind, we've got the first... Oh, you know what we should be doing right here? Let's purchase a granary. And then let's purchase a fishing key. And now this town is going to grow like crazy. It's got 21 food a turn, which means we can get all of this online sooner. It's just going to be such a better settlement because of it. So I think at least initially when you've got like this kind of fishing start, at least this is so far from my theory, that you definitely want to invest a little bit more in towns as they start out. But then as it goes on, as time moves forward, we definitely want to be putting this in here. And have we got dyes? We do have dyes. We should have settled that in like 4 turns, not right now, but it's okay. We're already in celebration, so it's not a big deal. So we take that. Look at that tile, dude. By the way, keep in mind this resource also provides 2 production and 2 food, which we can obviously be putting in this town. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Excuse me. We want you to go over here. Do we want to put the dyes? I mean, we can just put the dyes in anywhere. It doesn't really matter where the dyes go. They're getting value anywhere. Okay, so we'll come down. We'll explore this island with our scout now. Though we could go up. Wouldn't be terrible. Looks like he healed up for 5. Now we can shuffle those around if the need arises. Looks like we're completely blocked off by mountains, so maybe let's see whether or not we can come back over towards this position. Slinger is holding on for the moment. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. And you look at our merchant. Our merchant doing work over here. Looking to find more people. Beautiful little spot that we've got as well. Let's expand first. So once again, we want to try and take all of our Great Barrier Reef tiles just because they're going to provide us so much more value the longer the game goes on. And who have we met? We've met Tecumseh. Hello, Tecumseh. We'll give him a neutral greeting. Now, another thing that we could potentially do, as we've also met another person, we've met Ada. Okay, so we knew about Ada. We didn't know about Tecumseh.
Tell me,
what do you think about calculus? To be honest, Ada, it's not. That's not how I'd really start a conversation with someone I'm trying to court, but you do you, girlfriend. Okay, so from here, 211 influence in the bank. That's gonna, oh, I love it. I love it. We're up to 17. It's actually so nice to meet leaders that have got terrible agreements early on because they just feed you influence, which is absolutely lovely and absolutely welcome. Let's go and take the wild game. Can we put the game? Let's put the game in both. Or put it in here. Oh my god, -6. Don't worry, we'll fix you up soon. Oh yeah, because it's on fresh water as well. God, sad little city. Do you probably just get more value from putting dyes in? To be honest, it only goes to 10.5 to 13.2. It's okay. We'll be happy soon. In 2 turns, we'll be happy. So we'll be okay. Oh my! Oh, Longcheng is in the game. Do we take the science? We take the science because that makes us happy. So now we're at +8. So now we're only -1. And that's not including dyes. So we could put sheep. Sheep does give happiness, but there's no real point. Capital's going to get more value out of it. That could be a dead scout next turn. If they move in at the back here, 1, 2. Do we befriend Longcheng? Okay. It's that classic settle 1, befriend 1, kill 1. Okay, what are we going to do here? There's a settlement right there. Can you guys see the settlement? I can see the settlement right there. Because it's on fresh water, and you get turtles. Everybody likes turtles. You also get this sheep. We don't know enough about the lay of the lands here. So the fact that we're settling this makes me think, let's just kill Shengle. And then we befriend Longcheng. Because this kind of looks like a thorn in the side of anybody. Like, how are you going to take this out? Is it on the coast? Oh, it's on a navigable river. I think we befriend Longcheng. And the reason why we befriend Longcheng is because we want that +1 extra. So let's go and do that. We want that settlement limit. So hopefully we can grab that. I reckon that's a dead scout, though. I don't think that survives. We're going to go into riding, and then we're going to follow it up with maybe masonry? No, we'll do the wheel, and then we'll do masonry. Okay, so that's pretty much... Is that everybody that we've wanted to befriend? I think that's pretty much it, right? Like, we could befriend, like, a scientific city-state or something like that, but... Khotan's down here. Confucius is in the game. Yo, Confucius, how you doing? This might be his island, actually. Oh, a lot of damage. Let's see whether or not we can escape. Port of Nations. No, not yet relevant. Don't worry, it will be soon. So, we've essentially got everything out of this. We could go, let's come up towards this spot. We could grab it right now if we wanted to. It is sheep as well. I do like sheep. Or we could just, maybe let's just take the incense. Like, unironically, we'll take the incense, send it over to the capital. It's a good tile. We can take it right now. Thank you. Ada, 2 culture for free. As I said, I would love to be able to keep... or accept their deals, but we just need the influence for other things. We've got so many big things that we need to do in this game. We've got big plans this game. We probably also want to give these guys another 100 as well. Oh, we survived. Oh, we lived. The boy who lived. Could be a girl. But yeah, my thinking is our influence primarily needs to be spent on befriending city-states early and then running espionage later. Oh, you can see, look at all the lands. I just realized, is this from Seleucia? Yeah, this is from Seleucia. So we've just discovered all of the island as a result of befriending Seleucia. So this is very, very nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, do we go down or do we go... I think we go down. Let's go down and around and see what else we can find. Are there any more reefs? It doesn't look like there's any more reefs available for us because there's no more reefs available for us. Like, we could take these. They're 3-1, but I think just these are just going to be so much better. We could pop the jade in, but 12 gold. You're not really making much gold at this stage, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, so let's grab the saw pit, the brickyard, and we could even think about Great Stell. Honestly, I don't mind Great Stell. Great Stell right here. You could go for there. But we want to let's do Great Stell there, and then we'll do our garden market on this tile. So I'll go ahead and put garden market right there. We'll do Great Stell. I mean, the sooner you can get Great Stell, the better. Because you want to try and deny it. What turn is it? Turn 52. This is a turn 60 Great Stell. I don't know, man. I don't like our chances, but, you know, at the end of the day, if you don't... You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? We're going to take the shot. Let's heal these guys up. Actually, we're not going to heal. Not when we can shoot. Not when we can fire. Don't be Great Stell. Don't be Great Stell. Could you imagine? It's a gate of all nations. That's fine. That's fine. We'll allow it. Okay, so this is the settlement once again on the coast. Have we got... Oh, we don't have a fishing key in here yet. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So now we've just boosted up this town even more. We're at 22.5. So that's quite nice. We're going to put the turtles in the capital. What are we going to remove here? I guess you could take out... Do we do something like even that? Because then you get more happiness in here. It just kind of makes sense. And where is our science city? Quahato. That's our scientific city. Happiness can just go anywhere it likes. It doesn't really need to be anywhere specifically. Okay, we'll heal up the scout. So far, everything is going to plan in this playthrough. We haven't missed anything that we were really going for. We've gotten some really good settlements. We've got 2 natural wonders. Not that we're really using one of them. Like, we're definitely using the first one. The second one, not so much. So we've now got all 4 of our main yields that are... Or tiles. Let's go with tiles that are coming through here. So this is starting to feel a little bit better. And I think we could look to go into masonry too. But I feel like the wheel probably makes a bit more sense just because you're going to have access to that influence that's going to be coming through. We could look to add a little bit of extra support here. Let's do it. We'll add 1 set of support. That's it. So that'll reduce us down. And then from here, all the rest of our influence is going to go into running around the clock, non-stop attempts. Oh, have a look here. All right, we've got a couple of cities that we can potentially trade to. So we're going to be doing quite a bit with regard to our espionage. All right, we've met another leader. That's Confucius. Confucius, hello. So we also, throughout this game, have been running quite a few agreements with other leaders as well. So let's just do a quick stock take to see how we're doing with them. 13. We beat him to a city-state. 1. 10 for a shared government. And 1. Okay, so nothing, no real relationships built yet at this point. 4 turns to go on our Great Stell. Cultural point, thank you. And we'll also grab the sheep, which is quite nice. Now, keep in mind, it's not adjacent to the coast, so therefore it doesn't get the culture. Do we look... There's a part of me that thinks, like, what's the incense giving us? It's giving us 1.3. Let's slot this in for now. We've still got mangoes. We can potentially get a second city online. If we're going to do a second city, who's our second city? Is it this guy here, Lalibela? I feel like it's got to be. We'll grab the cultural point. Okay, so next set of gold is going to get spent on Lalibela. And let's heal, just for now. We got to keep an eye out on Khotan. It's a bit of a slow heal. Ooh, I would love to take that, but unfortunately we can't do it right here, right now. Let's just move back for the moment. We should be friends soon. Yeah, in 2 turns we'll be friends. So we don't have to worry a huge amount. We can even just like back out here. It's not a big deal. And the growth continues. We could look to come inland, but remember, we want to leave some tiles for this city. So I think it's probably going to make a bit more sense to come out. We could come out and around like that to get to the iron, or we could just go and grab the iron. I think it probably makes a bit more sense to go out and around, though. So let's... Oh, my God. Okay. So we're going to need a little bit of assistance here. What is this attack? that's coming through from Shangle. Longcheng, can you... Longcheng, send support. We don't even really have any good defenses. Like, how long until we've got archers? I mean, we do have chariots coming in soon. So how about let's purchase a single slinger for the moment. And I'm sure there's probably an argument to be made that actually you should be purchasing dows instead, because dows basically do the same thing, and then you can go and use them later. And I accept that argument. Ooh, we met somebody. Hello, Charles. Charles hiding out on the island to our east. Okay, so we've met quite a few leaders. Now, how many have we actually got in this game? We've got 8 leaders that are in this game. So far, there's only 2 that are missing. So we've kind of got an idea, and look at the islands, how weirdly they... this is one of the things I say weirdly, but it's a good way. It's not a bad way. We're not taking that trade route, by the way. We'll come and grab it with our dows. But isn't it so interesting the way that these islands are formed? Like, it's not like they've just drawn 8 dots on a map all next to each other, you know, like a 4x2. Like, these are really weird islands, and I love that. That's so good. That's exactly how it should be. It should be weird as hell. So, well played. All right, we've lost one. We've lost one. So we're going to buy a chariot up here, 100%. We just need to hold out until then. Crabs coming through. Don't mind a little bit of crabs. Oh my god, look at that tile, bro. What is that? Oh, you because you get the bonus from the yeah, +2 to adjacent marine terrain. Oh, is there? I mean, is it here as well? Do we get the +2? I don't think we do. It's only for terrain, right? Okay, so we've now befriended them. Wonderful. So does that mean we can just send them back now? Can we get you guys over here? It needs to be a nearby commander. Reinforce. Lovely. Let's send them over. They're not doing anything else. Actually, let's bring that commander north. All right, Great Stell's in. Lovely. We are going to be making a few world wonders this game, that is for sure. All right, Army Commander. I don't know why it's taken you so long to realize that you need to get out, but if you could go, it would be appreciated. Okay, all right. We could be in a little bit of trouble here. Are you able to reinforce? On this tile, we were able to reinforce previously. There's a city-state over here. Let's go and meet them. Okay, this is a bit concerning. Okay, he's gone and lost his life. Let's get you up here ASAP. A little bit of a mistake by me not going sooner with regard to our great general. Okay, let's convert now. We're at 250. So we'll take... I mean, we could take this... Oh, that's actually a brilliant idea. We're going to take the natural wonder for the 4 production that it's going to give, because we're only on 10 production at the moment. So now when we convert to a city, of course we're going to swap everything out, right? Like, we're going to put all of our production in this new city that we've just founded. But obviously there's still an... Oh, you know what? You can go up there. There's still an element of that 4 production being quite relevant. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with a harbor. We could also look to purchase this harbor. Now, we want to purchase the harbor on this tile right here so that we can build on these 2 tiles as well. We are very limited to space in this city. So let's go ahead. We'll start building right there. Actually, can we buy the harbor? We can, but how much is it going to cost us to purchase the chariot? I don't think we can purchase this harbor right now. It's fine. Let's leave it for the moment. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, that's actually crazy good timing. Maybe that's how you're meant to play with that World Wonder. Or, not World Wonder, but Natural Wonder. You know what? We can... Let's send you north. Why not? Let's send our Slinger to the north. He doesn't want to reinforce. That's okay. Oof. All right, getting a little bit worried over here. We'll get rid of the culture for the influence. So we've got 1 turn until we can purchase our chariot. So I think we're going to be okay. Let's continue firing down at the archers. And where do we go from here? We could come back up over towards the Jade. I think the Jade is the right call. Just because, I mean, obviously these are nice tiles. God, there's some really nice tiles here. I think this is our next city, right? This has to be our next city. That's a +3. That's a +3. That's a +2. That's a garden market right there if I've ever seen. Oh my god. Can I just draw some stuff on here so I don't forget? Whew. That is looking very, very nice. That's another +2. What are we going to put on this tile right here? I mean, you could throw a monument on that tile if you really wanted to. And then, I mean, it's all +2s. It's +2s everywhere. God, what a beautiful little city that you are going to become, my friend. We'll go for Throne of Fathers. Is that reasonable? Oh, Code of Laws 2. We need to get that for our... Yes. Okay. Now the theft begins. So who do we want to target? We want to target someone that's far away. So someone like Confucius is a great target. I mean, I say that, but we've got a city that's right here. No one's really that far away. Actually, where's Ada? And Ada's doing relatively well on science. She's at 40. But basically, we want to spend everything. Yeah, let's do Ada. All right. We're going to hit Ada with everything. We'll steal off Ada. And she's already sending us stuff as well, which is good. Like, sending us agreements. And so that just allows us to even further, like, insulate ourselves from the potential of getting caught. Okay. So what one was just built? Hanging Gardens. That's quite a late Hanging Gardens. Turn 62. Okay, so we're online over here. Do we actually need to get this chariot out? I don't think we do. I'm thinking, you know, like, we're doing okay for the moment. I think we're going to be fine. We'll have reinforcements here next turn. What are we going to go for? I think we'll just go for the culture. This city has grown so incredibly fast, by the way. Oh, we could get the gypsum? Oh, and you do get the science. Oh my god, dude. Wow, this is an incredible little town. You know what? Maybe this town does become a city. It's got enough tiles back here as well. I'm saying it, dude. It could become a city. Watch out. Okay, we'll take the extra production from masonry. And we'll go for the garden and the villa. Definitely. We want to get that up ASAP. And then we can... Oh, sorry, just the villa. Then we'll do the garden over here. Gosh, look at that. 11 on that one. And then we can go into a whole bunch of DAOs after that. Because now it's gotten to the point... DAOs are quite interesting as well, the way that they work. Because you're kind of stuck in a bit of an awkward spot playing as this leader and also playing as Axum. Just because... With this leader, you want to be keeping your naval units on a district, but at the same time with Axum, you want to be sending out your DAOs to go and make trade routes. So there's two ways that you can kind of approach it. I think we definitely want to pick up the Jade there. No, we shouldn't have used the Migrant then. We should have waited 6 turns. Excuse me. I got a little bit excited. Okay, so we've gone for 1-2. Let's just take a look and see how we're laying out this city. So we're going to do a library. I mean, it doesn't really matter where the library goes. There's no... That would be primary or the best monument. So let's just go like a library here. Monument on this tile. Garden market on... That's a 7. That's also a 7. And then we can probably just put down our altar. We definitely want an altar. And then maybe also do like a brickyard as well. So we'll do that. And then we can put down the monument. And then the library. Cool. All right. Things are looking decent in this playthrough. So far, everything is feeling pretty good, pretty standard. Oh, look at this. They're backed out. They could be coming over here. Let's actually go clear Shangle right now. Let's go do it. We could look for an upgrade as well. How long until bronze working? 8 turns. We could take them out with slingers. I think we'll be able to take them out with slingers. Do we move forward and shoot? I think we can do it. We've got the space. Let's keep coming. Okay, we found the edge. We've got another city-state in here. It is the Khotan. I think that's another militaristic city-state. Dude, there's so many militaristic city-states. Can we just take a look? 3. We've met 3. By the way, how nice does this look? How nice does this look? This mod is so damn sexy. Gosh, this mod, it actually, like, they will make this the default. They will make this the default. This is just, I can see so much more information just from this screen now. That's exactly how it should be. What have we got? We got the pyramids being built by Tecumseh. Interesting. How's our little scout doing over here? Let's keep him on the move. Okay, so now it's time for us to think. Obviously, we've been making a lot of... we've been building up our cities pretty well at this stage. And speaking of building up our cities, let's convert over to a city over here as well and get you up and running. We've only just converted over our previous cities. So which one is this? It's this bad boy right here. Definitely needs assistance with regard to its production. It's only on 13 production at the moment. We can also throw the Jade in. So let's go ahead and do that. Jade can go in the capital. Yeah, so this city now coming up online. We want to start off by focusing on production. So we'll get to work with a harbor. Can we purchase the harbor? Not quite yet. Next turn we'll be able to. Then we'll go into a saw pit and a brickyard. And then from there we can throw down the library. And then that's going to boost our yields. At the moment, we're turn 64, 66 culture, 49 science, but that science is going to get boosted. We've mainly been focused on building up our cities and not so much on on building up the dhows just yet, but we're only 34% of the way through this playthrough, so just keep that in mind. This part of the playthrough is very much about just establishing ourselves out here. We also need to get a couple more settlements down. I'll say that right now. It definitely feels like we need some more settlements out here, so that'll be in part 2, that is for sure. But then the primary thing for us on the next part of the playthrough is just going to be about getting a lot of dhows out, because now that we've also we can go into military infiltration here, because we've also finished researching the wheel. So that allows us to get another avenue for more military ships. So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this playthrough. I tell you what, Axum feels really good at the moment. I like this new leader. I like the way she's got this kind of synergy. Not synergy, but there's a bit of a different play style to her, that is for sure. Yes, we'll leave it there for now. And of course, we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.